What is going on, guys? We are here for the Austrian Grand Prix in the 2017 career mode, and we are so close to the release of F1 2017, the game, and it's actually coming around the corner so quickly. It's not going to be much longer until the game's there. I think it's about 20 or so days until the game is actually launched, and it's gonna be interesting. It looks really good. In terms of the gameplay that has been released, all the information we've got from career mode and everything, so it's going to be fantastic. In terms of this career mode, it's going to run up to Hungary on the style we're doing it now, and then from there it will continue on the 2017 game, and then on from there we're going to continue on maybe with the season 2 alongside other seasons, but we're going to continue this with Nico Carey until the Hungarian Grand Prix, because then after the summer break that Formula 1 has, Pierre Gasly should be back with us, and hopefully he'll be able to continue in the rest of the Grand Prix. But starting in P7, there's no replay cameras or anything like that, as it didn't record, unfortunately. So we've literally got my perspective only. So it's going to be not bad, but it's not going to be probably what we're used to and what I'm used to, especially. But we're on the grid in P7, just behind the Ferrari. We've got 5 lights, and we are underway in the soaking wet Austrian Grand Prix. It's not as wet as it could be, but it is definitely chucking it down just a little bit. We're going to look to the outside of the Ferrari, and there's a Red Bull, and we're going to lose a bit of our end plate, as we didn't think that the Red Bull was going to break that early. We're going to go past the Ferrari, I think, of Kimi Raikkonen, so we're up into P6. We've made 1 position so far, but we are missing an end plate, which is quite important for us, as, you know, damage on this game isn't exactly nice, but you know, if you're watching this, you probably know that yourself. But we're going to follow the Red Bulls onto this back straight, the shortest racetrack on the calendar. We're going to have a look in the back of Max Verstappen, and we're going to go into the back of Max Verstappen. As the safety car comes out, we have no time to react. We go straight into the back, and we're going to lose not just our end plate, we're going to lose everything on the front end of our car. So we're going to have to pit under the safety car, which is going to pit us into at least last place, to just replace our front wing, which was very frustrating, seeing as we had an alright start. Yeah, we lost an end plate. It wasn't the end of the world, but we're gonna have to pit just to make up time. Like, it's really frustrating. That safety got called out literally as we was up the gearbox of the Red Bull, but we're gonna come out into last place, pretty much to be expected, as no one could do anything like that. We haven't got superhuman reactions or anything like that. So we're gonna rejoin the Grand Prix in last place. The safety car's come in by this point. We've got Marcus Ericsson just ahead of us. We're not happy. We're going to rev the gearbox. We're going to try and get the Sauber done and overtaken coming into turn 1 if possible, but the Sauber's got a little bit of legs on us. We get the fastest lap of the race because we're at the back of the grid. We get most time, and we've got quite a good margin to Marcus Ericsson. The entire field is still on Inters at this point in time, but it doesn't look like we've got that greater speed. All things considered, like, you know, there's no tyre advantage. We're just not going to be able to do anything, but we're going to make up as much position as possible, squeeze Marcus Ericsson out to the outside. We make up 1 position, so we start in P7, down in P19. But as we move on to the following lap, the weather's improving slightly, and we're going to follow Lance Stroll into the pit lane. We're going to put on some soft tyres, I believe, and we're just going to see what this race brings. It's going to be a recovery drive, because we made a mistake. We went into the back of Max Verstappen not once but twice. Second time losing our complete front wing. Luckily for us, it wasn't our entire car, as that would have sucked really badly. But we're still going to be, again, last place behind Lance Stroll. But hopefully we can gain some time on the cars that didn't pit for the slick tyres. But we're going to have to see what happens. A few cars are coming out of the pit lane. We're still behind Lance Stroll. We make up 3 positions. There's another one just there. I believe that's Esteban Ocon to our right. This is going to be extremely tight. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to manage to hold it, because they are very aggressive. Not that he didn't take me out prior to recording this, but nonetheless, we're going to try and take him around the hairpin. We're going to go the long way around. There is a yellow flag just ahead of us. There is a car just to the right is going to be out. That's a McLaren, a Ferrari, and a Sauber. That was Sebastian Vettel and I believe Stoffel Van Dorn. So there's a little bit of drama going on here. Whether they got caught up with their intermediate tyres, but that's Sebastian Vettel at the Grand Prix. We move up to P10, and we're still behind Lance Stroll at this point. A humongous train of cars. Lance Stroll goes wide. We've got Lewis Hamilton just ahead of us, coming out onto cold tyres. We're going to have a look at Hamilton as best we can. We're going to look at the slipstream. We're going to have to chuck it down his inside and hope that we can actually keep him behind. It's going to be a humongous ask to keep Lewis Hamilton behind us, but it's the best we're going to have to do. Make that up into P7. So P7, considering he was at last at one point, not all that bad, but Hamilton is going to come back at us. He's going to have a look around the outside. We're going to hang him out to dry as we ride this curb all the way through it, coming into the middle sector. I'm not sure how long we can hold on to Hamilton as we go onto the grass. He's actually going to have a look at us now. We have to go again the long way around. We'll chuck into fourth and just get a great drive off of that corner just to keep him behind, as we're going to try and catch into the rest of the cars. The only one and only replay camera we actually do have is this of Valtteri Bottas, who was leading the race and actually ended up stopping his car off the track. So I'm not sure what issue he had. I'm pretty sure he had an engine problem. We're going to move on a little bit further ahead, and we've actually got Romain Grosjean just ahead of us, not too far ahead. We're going to have a look down the inside here. It's not going to work. He's going to go a little bit wide. We've got enough space, and that is us up into P3. So we have made such a strong recovery drive. We kept Hamilton behind us. Romain Grosjean now behind us. We're in a podium place. Paul di Resta just ahead of us. And we're actually going to go 3 wide. Well, Hamilton on our inside, Grosjean on our outside. And we're somehow just going to manage to hold on to that position and not lose out to either Grosjean or Lewis Hamilton. But moving forward, we finally do catch up to Paul di Resta. We're going to have a look down the inside of Paul di Resta. We're going to go past him into turn 1, and that is P2. So that means we have made it 18 places better than where we did when we was in last place. That was a fantastic job. But moving forward, again, we've got Lewis Hamilton, who has now passed Paul di Resta. And Lewis Hamilton is coming to overtake us in as best way he can. He's got that humongously powerful Mercedes engine, and he's just going to zoom past us with DRS. He's going to hug the inside. We're going to have to go around the outside again. We're always taking the long way around, but it seems to be working so far around this circuit. But we're going to come in to the back end of this race, the business end of this race. We're still fighting Hamilton. We've got a feeling we're going to be fighting Hamilton all the way to the line. We're not going to be troubling Ricciardo at all, but Lewis Hamilton, here he comes. He's going to go round our outside this time, which makes a change. We're going to come in, we're going to brake super late, and there's almost contact. We're not going to fight Hamilton too much on the exit. Give him space, but only just enough to fit his Mercedes in. But we are still going to retain P2. We've got Paul di Resta coming up the rear, and I think it's Romain Grosjean is also going to come and have a look. We're going to go around the outside the long way. We bang tyres, very similar to Hamilton and Rosberg, but a little bit cleaner this time. We're going to just do everything we can. We're going to do what we've done for the past however many laps, and that is just fight Lewis Hamilton and just keep it. But we're going to dive down his inside because we are not giving up this P2. Whatever it takes, we're going to keep hold of it. Our fuel's a little bit in the minus, but we can manage this. We've got Hamilton again trying to go around our outside into this very long left-hand corner, but we're going to go side by side again, and we're actually going to lose out to him, but we're going to have to chuck it into fourth again like we did before and just rev the engine straight past him with a fantastic drive off the corner. That has come in clutch for us this weekend. We're still in P2 on this penultimate corner of the penultimate lap, and we're actually going to go a little bit wide, which is going to leave Hamilton again an opportunity into turn 1. His Mercedes is absolutely flying. He's so much faster than us. This time there is contact. We're going to push him off again, and we was a bit unfair to Lewis Hamilton then. I'm not going to lie, we honestly might have screwed him over a little bit, but it was pure desperation, and also he did the same to us before. But we're going to go 3 wide again. This time di Resta gets touched up a little bit. It's all kicking off at the moment. Romain Grosjean is fancying a P2 here for his Haas car, but we're not going to have that again. We're going to do whatever we can to get past these guys, and another dive bomb is denied by Romain Grosjean. He closed the door on us, and we couldn't actually get past. So we're going to have to try and do our favourite little party trick here that we do normally. Go wide, chuck it down to fourth, rev the engine as fast as we can, and we're going to pull almost alongside and again down into fourth and rev the engine all the way through, and we just get such a good drive out of that corner. But Romain Grosjean is still there. He's still going to try, and we've actually got a glitch on my screen. You can see Nico Carey's actually celebrating already. So we're going to come into the last corner as he's going through it one-handed, and down the start-finish straight, he's actually going to take his hands off the steering wheel and celebrate because he really is happy with that P2. But that's fantastic race. All in all, not too bad. Last few laps could have been a little bit cleaner, not gonna lie, but it's been a fantastic job. Sorry again for the no replay cameras. That will be back for the next race. We'll have business as usual for the remaining 2 Grand Prix of Silverstone and Hungary, and obviously that will be coming out before F1 2017 is released. Until then, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. If you answer all of those questions correctly, you'll have a good chance.